Hello and welcome to Individual Soul, the podcast. It's me, Brendan, and on today's episode, episode 8, I will be recording this episode visually, so you will be able to see me talking to you all. I will be uploading it onto YouTube, so if you want to watch it, feel free to go watch it. Links will be within the description. So anyway, within this episode, I will be talking to you all about why do we want to be perfect. And it fits so nicely with today's episode because I, for the longest, have been wanting to record myself speak, but I felt that I wasn't perfect. To record myself speaking, to look at my computer reading the notes, and by looking at the camera. I didn't feel that I was perfect enough. But in reality, I thought, why am I trying to get to somewhere that I will eventually get to? Why do I have to wait? Why don't I just act on it and do it? And then over time, I will get better at it. So I thought, what better episode to do it than why do we want to be perfect? Let's do it. So before I went to bed last night, I thought of two different things. And one is people wait their whole life in order to be perfect, forgetting that their own journey in life is their own perfection. Before I went to bed, I was like, I have to write this down. Quite happy about that one. And then the second one is, in the process of seeking for perfection, we realize we never find it, but we lose focus of our own perfection happening whilst trying to find it. And this can be losing yourself or losing on opportunities, so many different factors. So anyway, I will give you a disclaimer as well. This is raw audio footage. I won't be editing any of it. Maybe on occasion when I have a bit of a brain fart, I will cut it. But other than that, I will be not cutting anything. So let's dive into 3 reasons why people seek for perfection. The first one being societal expectations. Social media, as I have spoken about in previous episodes, has normalized beauty standards, has normalized how you should become successful, and people's personal achievements, has normalized, let's just say, little Timmy at 13 becoming a millionaire to be the normal expectation at 13 years old. Which is very unrealistic because at 13 years old, I don't even think I had any money on me. So let's get into this reason. Your favorite influencers were not always as you thought to be perfect. I will use the iceberg idea that everybody looks at the top of the iceberg, the perfect, the most beautiful part of the iceberg, without forgetting that beneath it, there was so much struggle. There was so much hard work. There was a lot of rejection. There was a lot of, I can't do this. And then when they see the top of the iceberg, they see this person being rich, famous, successful, all of this stuff that you think is perfect. But in order to become perfect, there's so much more. There's deeper levels to becoming perfection, if that's even a thing. And I do want to say we are all perfect at different things. It's very important to know. everybody is born to be perfect at, or not even perfect, but to be great at something. So don't expect just because you can't run 100 meters in 5 seconds, you're useless, because I sure as hell can't. So just don't worry about trying to reach perfection within fields that you know that you're not actually good at. And I do want to bring up this idea as well, that people look at successful people and think that, oh my God, their life is perfect, their life is this, everybody's said it. But then everybody also says, for example, with somebody who's a multimillionaire, more money equals more problems. So your perfection that you are seeing from your favorite influencer, they're looking and saying, damn, I don't want this anymore. This isn't what I thought I signed up for. So just keep that in mind. The second reason is the fear of judgment. People hate to be criticized, and people hate to be rejected. I'm included in this. I hate rejection. Absolutely hate it. I will give you an example, just a random example of this fear of judgment. And I wrote this down. So at school, you're reading as a class and it's your turn to read. You pronounce a word incorrectly, and everybody within your class is laughing, making fun of you. So that night, you work hard to perfect the pronunciation to the word so you don't make that mistake. But then you realize that I have an accent, so I actually pronounce it different. But in that moment of time, you don't realize that. So anyway, you continue to try to get better at it, but you realize that it's just not working. So then the next time you're in class and you're reading as a whole group, and it's your turn to read, you may feel stressed, you may feel anxious, and that feeling may always be there whenever you are about to read. So just remember, you can't be perfect at everything. And even though you try and try, just sometimes it doesn't work, it doesn't happen. Another example is, let's just say you get rejected at a job opportunity. That rejection will push you to become that perfect employee that the company told you they wanted. But seeking it isn't always good, because you may have always been that great employee. You just never got the chance. Let that sink in. You were always perfect, but somebody told you that you weren't perfect, so you tried to seek it, not realizing that you were always that perfect employee. You just never got that chance. I sat with that a bit and thought, wow, the amount of job opportunities that I have applied for and I've been rejected, I've thought to myself, wow, there's a lot of jobs that miss that opportunity of having somebody within the workplace smile and make so much fun. But anyway, their loss. The third and last reason why people seek for perfection is personal motivation. Many are motivated to become the best at what they do, which isn't a bad thing. I will admit that I try to seek for my own sort of perfection, and I always want to continue to improve on myself. because I would say having that sort of drive is a fantastic trait to have. However, there's always a however with me. But anyway, you need to understand that you can always improve, but there will always be someone either better than you or close to you. Don't get trapped seeking for perfection. Just don't get trapped, because it is really not worth it. Because there's always going to be someone better than you. And there's always going to be somebody underneath you as well. So you're always in that middle. And it's not even that bad to be there. You need to understand also that us humans by nature are not perfect. We are always going to make mistakes. And thinking about it, it's imperfections that we have are what make us unique and make us an individual soul. I had to say it. Imperfections are what make us unique and an individual soul. So at the end of the day, perfection is different in everyone's eyes, because my perfection that I see may differ to your perfection. You have to remember that as well. Everybody's different. We're all unique and we're all individual souls. To end this amazing episode, I want to end it off with 2 quotes that I have found. The first one being very short and sweet. Done is better than perfect. Let that sink in. Done is better than perfect. And the second one is, perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Let that sink in. I'll say it one more time. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. So everyone, thank you all for listening and watching. And I hope you all have a lovely week. I love you all. Thank you all for listening to me. And go enjoy that beautiful sunshine. Bye.